Welcome back to my channel, everyone's favourite flatmate here, Lucky English Ed, with, I suppose I can't really do unboxings anymore, seeing how they're already unboxing, seeing how they're already unboxed. I suppose a more accurate term would be with a new review. And as promised, here is a review of the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe figure, Rock and Roll. I had this figure as a child and I felt I needed to pick it up again. As I said in the past that I was going to continue to purchase G.I. Joes, and here we are with a review of Rock and Roll. So let's get right down to it, shall we? Here is the actual figure Rock and Roll. I managed to get the actual cardboard package and file card. And as you can see, this file card is uncut and in pristine condition, given the fact of how old it is. I probably should really do something to preserve this. Or I probably really should. Now, I thought about reading this file card, but then that's a lot of damn reading, don't you think? And I'm trying to keep it in view so y'all can read it yourselves, so that this way that bright shiny light in the middle of the screen doesn't blur out and you're able to read it yourselves. So y'all go ahead and pause it where you need to. I'm gonna just keep moving on around, and that should be suffice. So I'm just gonna sit this right here next to behind the character, and let's get down to it. This is the character Rock and Roll himself. His actual name is Greg McConnell. McConnell? I really can't pronounce that shit. McConnell. Let's go with McConnell. Greg McConnell. Greg McConnell. Why do I keep saying that? Greg McConnell. McConnell? Greg. His name is Greg. There we go. And his code name is Rock and Roll. He's a Gatling gunner from Malibu, as you already read. Jeez Louise, I can't say that name. Anyway, taking a look at this character, I managed to pose him where he's looking somewhat up at the camera, just for you, with his arms crossed. Looks pretty nice. And he's in some excellent conditioning, and I mean that from the figure's point of view as well as the sculpt on the figure. I mean, he's pretty buff and he's pretty pale. Buff, pale, blonde. Yeah, insert jokes now. Pale and blonde. Anyway, let's get right down to it. Taking a closer look at Rock and Roll. He really likes his guns. He has bullet belts going across his... Is that bullet belt going across his chest? No, it's not going across his chest. That's the bandolier going across his chest to hold on his backpack, which I'll be showing in a moment. But he comes with a pretty nice survival knife right there. He has 2 pegs for the gun that I'll show in a moment. His hat, his outdoor survival hat, I suppose you could call it, has a bullet belt going around it. Can we get that in there? Move away, maybe. It's hard to see. My camera is shite. It's pure shite. But yeah, he's wearing some camo army fatigues. He has what appears to be 4 grenades strapped to his chest. Why would someone strap grenades directly over their pecs is beyond me. But getting down to this review, the character is well sculpted, well painted, and for a character as old as he is, his joints are pretty damn tight. I mean, look at this. Okay, his elbow's a little loose, but yeah, his shoulders tight as hell, his knees tight, his hips tight. So let's get down to the actual character. We have a T-ball joint at the neck, allowing him to look down that far, up that far, left, right. We have a ball joint at the shoulder, allowing him to go up that far. If you swivel it, it can go up that far. Then he has a swivel joint at the bicep, allowing him to do that full 360-degree motion. He has a hinge at the elbow, allowing him to do that for posability. Then he has the what is those called again? The O-ring within his guts, allowing him to do that. That he can crunch somewhat, and then the T-hook for his pelvic area, which allows him to kick up that high, allow him to kick out that wide, allowing him to do a spread. He can stand and do it. I don't feel like he can stand. He can stand, and his knee joints are just really tight, allowing him to kick out that far, crunch. He can go down on one knee if needed. So yeah, he's well sculpted, well put together. The paint job, it's good for its time. Back in the 1980s and 1990s, this was considered a very excellent paint job. By today's standards, I suppose not so much, but for a character with this much detail in it, created back then, wowee. Alright, let's get down to his weapons. His weapons consist of two dual Gatling guns with a scope. I don't know why you would need a scope on a Gatling gun, a one-handed Gatling gun, but he has a scope on a one-handed Gatling gun. He also comes with this 1,000 round bullet drum with dual belts to connect to each gun and go around to him, which is pretty cool. There that is. There that is. And he comes with this, I believe it's a Winchester. I can't be sure, but it comes with this, and I believe it's a Winchester, and that's what these two are for. It pegs into there like so. Not very good for posability, because that happens. That happens. I don't have much time on this video, so I'm just gonna quickly put it together. Put one of these in the hand, and this would go around and peg. Oh crap. Well, you saw what it did. Let's try again, shall we? Spin around to there, and then it would peg. That's really tight. It would peg into there like so, and that's what that would look like from that angle. I'm not going to bother with this one because it's just really fussy. That's him entirely tricked out. And this video is already running really long, but I would definitely recommend, if you are a G.I. Joe collector, to certainly pick this little son of a gun up. Son of a gun. Anywho, this has been everyone's favorite flatmate, signing off. Love, luck, and lollipops? What's that? Anyway, y'all have a great one.